This is a WCVB Channel 5 editorial. Speaking on behalf of the editorial board, WCVB President and General Manager, Kyle Grimes.
With fall here and winter approaching, the ongoing war in Ukraine, now in its 9th month, is as deadly and troublesome as ever. At a war rally last week in Moscow, Vladimir Putin again resorted to nuclear saber-rattling, reminding the world that Russia not only possesses the world's largest stockpile of nuclear weapons, but that they could actually be used. Further, he underscored that the United States, which for the first time he termed an enemy, created the precedent for using nuclear weapons in war. For his part, President Biden responded as he has for months, issuing a stern warning that every inch of NATO territory will be defended, and that if Russia did resort to the use of a nuclear weapon, it would face catastrophic consequences. Obviously, the president's stern response is reasonable, but it's not enough. We're not looking for further saber-rattling. Quite the opposite. The president needs to not only respond to Putin's threats, but rebut them as well. He should emphasize that America seeks friendship and peace with a Russia that is prepared to pursue the same goal with its neighbors. Our deep concern and mistrust is focused on Russia's warmongering leader, not the vast majority of its people, who simply seek what Ukrainians seek, a life of health and peace. Did the U.S. set a precedent, as Putin says, for the use of nuclear weapons? Yes, in the sense of making an agonizing decision that would speed the end of a world war, a very different set of circumstances than what's in play today. Unfortunately, it's true that such an address by President Biden would not be heard by most Russians. But Putin must be countered, not merely with threats, but with truth, starting with the most fearsome fact of all. There is a reason that until Putin, generations of both American and Russian leaders have considered the use of battlefield nuclear weapons unthinkable, because it is.
Send comments to editorials at WCVB.com.